And hello, welcome back everyone to Crystal Rocket's chassis variant series. We've finally nailed the name down, as it's just something I could come up with. And we're looking at another variant of the Locust. Quite a few of these little buggers. And this is the 1E. Not that much different from some of the others. There's not much you can really do with a 20-ton light. And this one is very similar to a few others. This has a mixture of medium and small lasers, all in the arms, which is quite unique when you think about it for the Locust in some respects, because the 1V and a couple of other variants tend to keep its energy slot in the centre torso, so it's always got a weapon to use even if the arms get blown off, and for standard engines even if a side torso is lost. In the case of the 1E, its firepower is all squarely located in the left and right arms, which means the CT and the side torsos aren't really used for much else other than heat sinks and maybe sensors or whatever you want to put in there. It does have an AMS slot in the right torso, so if you want to be a bit of an anti-missile support unit there for other light units or heavier mechs, you can do, but obviously it's all balance of armour, engine size, weight, speed, weaponry and the such. By default the mech does come with the 4 lasers, 2 mediums, 2 smalls, but it can also have an extra energy slot in each of the arms, so you could probably go for something like 6 ER smalls, 6 small lasers. If you wanted, probably 4 small pulse, or maybe you could just go with, at a push, maybe a couple of medium pulses, or just 4 medium lasers. Tripping over my words on this one. I found that the mech was best used, and it was in this case as a lure, basically. Lure, I like saying that word, velour, like Zach Brannigan. This mech tends to work well in the case of being a kind of, oh no, please don't attack me, I'm just small and insignificant and an easy kill, and as long as you've got a couple of guys back, you can drag people right into it. I've often said in the past that the Locust's greatest strength is its lack of, is the fact that it's underestimated. That's its best weapon, is your enemies always underestimate you when you're in a Locust. And yeah, if there's a good pilot and he lands a good shot on you, it could be an alpha strike with energy weapons, missiles, whatever, it's going to kill you. But you do get a lot of pilots out there who tend to think you're not much of a threat to them, so they're not really going to pay you much attention, which is the worst mistake they can make. There's nothing worse than having a light mech like a Locust that can just constantly harass you and wear you down while you're trying to focus on another mech, and you can stand right up close to them. And I do this. I think I drag over, at this point, a Warhawk, and he has no idea the Stalker's there, and that's it. I mean, he's 2-on-1. I mean, yeah, I'm only 20 ton, but I've got a decent alpha with my weapons that are going to wear him down. They're just going to chip away at his armour. He's going to focus entirely on that Stalker, and yeah, I'm going to help him. And there we go. They lost an 85 ton mech because he thought it was just me round that corner. More fool him. I think for the future you should always be a little wary about Locusts that are hanging around, just on that, look, oh, they might be on their own, they're not. I'd say more often than not they've got friends nearby who they want you to come after them. Obviously, outside of that, this variant does have its weaknesses, obviously, like any Locust, but this one in particular, the arms don't have a lot of armour, so as soon as you blow the arms off, the mech is pretty much dead in the water. It's not got much else it can do. Maybe it can cap if you're not on a skirmish map. But outside of that, it's not going to be providing any particularly great bonuses. Obviously, with the upcoming quirk changes for energy range, this version of the Locust may also suffer a little bit with range on energy weapons. So, you may have to take that into account. As far as build went, this has an XL190, and the armour was actually slightly reduced on the arms and the head to round it to get the weight round at 20. I stuck with single heat sinks because honestly the heat really isn't that much of an issue with these 4 weapons. You have to fire them a lot before you run out of actual, before you start running on the red line of your heat. So yeah, it's not that big a deal. I wouldn't recommend doubles actually. I mean, unless you're trying to run pulses or maybe like a large laser or something, but even then I don't think you need doubles to make it efficient enough heat-wise. It tended to work quite well on its own. Other than that, I didn't stick any extra tech in. There wasn't a Beagle probe or anything like that. There's two standard heat sinks in each leg and 1 in each arm, and the rest of it was just the engine and messing around with the armour here and there. This isn't speed tweaked. I literally just bought this variant right off the store and used it there. So this is a completely unranked, unXP'd model that I just used. And yeah, this I thought this was a pretty good showing of what this mech can do. You don't have to run around and try and get behind the big mechs, you just need to be able to support your own big mechs. And as I said, when people are attacked by a big mech, they tend to ignore the Locust, which is great for you because you just get to pile in the damage. And that's what I ended up doing throughout the round. Yeah, I got opened up, I think I stepped out at the wrong point and some Hellbringer like pulsed me. But after that, I don't think anyone else ever lands a serious hit on me. I'm certainly not in the red or the orange by the end of it, as far as I remember. And yeah, I think it goes 11-4 or 11-5 at the end, and we capped the base out because the last guy was discoed. So yeah, that was it really. I would say, I mean, there's not much else to say other than, yeah, Locust, very weak armor. Its best advantages are its speed and its low profile, but I'd say its greatest weapon is the fact that it gets underestimated by its opponents. And if you use it well, you can catch out big guys. And I'm not just talking about mediums and heavies. I'm talking about the assault mechs as well, because even assault pilots will tend to just ignore the old Locust and focus on something else. So yeah, that's all I got for this one. I'll just let you see the rest of the round play out, and you have a good week, everyone. It's Critical Rocket signing out.
New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. Target acquired. Enemy base is being captured. New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. Target destroyed. Enemy base is being captured. Enemy base is being captured.